Okay, yep. I'm here with Peter Quillin, former champion, world champion, undefeated fighter, taking on Danny Jacobs this Saturday, a week from today, actually, at the Barclays Center for the Battle for Brooklyn. Pete, how you doing? How's everything going?
Everything's good. Everything's look like it's on point, for this next fight, December 5th.
Yeah, so you're training up down in Miami? How's that? Have you been down there before to train?
Yeah, I did it before, but not on this level before, and it felt good. I'm glad I made the choice to come down here and settle myself to be able to train. The weight is coming up good, a lot of heat, and very motivating.
I saw, I think your Instagram pic, you had a little sand on your face. Did you do some training down on the beach right there?
Yeah, I've been on South Beach. That's where majority of all my training has been done right here on South Beach. Not too far from the beach, the track, the gym is all like walking distance.
Yeah, I love it. I've been at the South Beach. I love it down there, man. And that's a great place to like hang out and party. I must be a little bit. Is it difficult to train there?
No, I mean, you don't bring distraction wherever you at. If you a person that's easily distracted by parties and stuff, that's the way you operate. But me, I've been done all that before, so it's like not fun to me. At this point in my life where it's like I like to party more than I like to work. I like to work actually because it deserves a party after I get a victory.
Yeah, well said. Speaking of work, I saw you get some good sparring. You had the up and coming fighter Caleb Slan. Have you been working with him? It looks like you have.
Yeah, he was one of the leading sparring partners. We had got some work with my other brother Andre Durrell. He came registered in the Obeco. That's just the Obeco brothers, basically. I got some work with him as well. I had like 5 sparring partners for this camp.
I saw a picture with David Lemieux. Was he also in your camp?
David Lemieux?
I thought I saw a picture with David Lemieux in your camp. Maybe
that's another guy, Daniel.
It was similar, something a similar look.
Okay.
Well, that's great. So you're done with sparring now, right? You're pretty much, you just got to stay on weight and for a week from today?
Yep. So everything's pretty good. Yesterday was my last day of sparring, so I feel good about that.
Are you in Brooklyn right now, or you're back? You're still down in Florida?
I'm still in Florida right now.
All right, cool. How was your, not to be too personal, but how was your Thanksgiving last few days?
It was very simple. I didn't really get to do much. It's been a while since I got to celebrate holidays.
Yeah, man. The fighter's life. That's crazy. Did you get to see your son? I heard your son might have flown down to come see you.
Yeah, my son is actually right now laying next to me. He's sleeping. Man.
I mean, I know it's probably hard not to see your wife, but I'm sure that's a little bit of motivation, right? To see a boy with you.
Yeah, man, it's a great feeling to have and everything. Really having something so special and such a motivating thing to have in life. And I'm thankful to have them. Yeah,
and as well, you also have your father. Listen, I think it's hysterical those pee and poppy shots you guys do. That's funny. Your dad is hysterical.
My dad is my love of my life, man. I'm glad to have him part of my camps and him being here with me. So I'm thankful.
Yeah, I saw, you and your dad celebrate your Cuban heritage. I saw you down at the Barcelona Lara fight. You came to support your fellow Cuban fighter.
Yeah, man, it was a good thing to have him part of this. You know what I mean? Like this show to get the love show for me down here, man. I was thankful to have so much Cuban heritage down here and so much support from the Cubans that is just remarkable.
Oh yeah, down in South Florida, they must be loving you down there. I mean, that's huge. A lot of
I never thought that Cubans gave me acknowledgement like that. I'm thankful for it. So this is another motivation for me to have.
Yeah, that's a great thing. Say that again?
No, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. Last time we spoke, you were preparing for your fight with Michael Zarafa. You did quick, devastating work with him with that right hand. Could you reflect on that fight a little bit? It was 5. You got some work in. Could you talk about your performance possibly on that date?
It's just like a setup for this fight, basically. I was just trying to stay active, stay busy, and I'm here at the pinnacle of a Danny Jacobs fight, and I'm thankful. And I take some themes from that fight, make it better for this camp, and hopefully we create some great moments in this fight.
Now, Danny's been, I think Danny's been trying to get a fight with you for a while. What makes it now sort of a good time for you two to get together? I know there's a lot of politics, there's a lot of business involved.
Yeah, politics and all that, but now this is the fight that is available for me to have. So, like I said, now this is what I'm focused on right now. Nothing else even matters.
The 160 is a glamour division. It's that and the heavyweight division are two. I think it's maybe and welterweight are the two of the glamour divisions of boxing. Now we just saw 2 huge fights come through with Triple G, Lemieux, and we just saw Canelo and Cotto. How much are you feeling like you're part of that? It's a reawakening of the middleweight division. Well,
I think that this is a good fight at this time for me, and that's all I really think about it. I don't know nothing about the other fights because I've been totally focused in this fight, and this is going to propel me to get to where get those fights. That I'm looking for. And that's Canelo's or it's political, man. I don't get involved with all the politics. I don't do well at politics. I just do well at fighting. So however it's going to end up, the story is going to be told the way it's going to be told, regardless of the fact. I'm not the type of fighter that can just say this and that and this and that. What happened? It's just about options and timing and a lot of other things that play factor into good fights with good money, and so be it.
All right. Well, barring that you gain victory over Danny on a week from today, I guess you can't say yet, but would it be possible for maybe a Andy Lee rematch or something? Or can you even speak on that at this point?
Well, I think that's Andy Lee got a defense on his belt, right?
Yeah, he's coming on the 19th. He's Billy Joe Saunders on the 2 weeks after you fight.
So if Billy Joe Saunders beats him, would you still want to see that fight?
If Billy Joe beats Andy Lee, would I want to see you take on Lee?
Yeah.
No, it loses.
I
think it loses some of the fire.
All right, so then, you see what the politics do? So we can't talk about that. I don't know nothing. I just know that if he does win and it's an option, then so be it.
You just keep it. You keep it. Well, you could control one fight at a time, and then
Yeah, that's all you can do.
That's. I'm not a fighter, so I don't know what that was like. That might be in a way it's good to sort of like clear your mind, but it might be a little frustrating to not be able to plan, I guess. But that's just the business of it. I think you of any fighter, there's a lot of fighters. You, Andre Ward, that you guys speak pretty openly about that, the business of fighting. That it is a business, and the glory, the guts, putting your life on the line is not really what the game is about. Is that fair to say? That statement.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm not the one that was going to be telling everybody, this and that, and be conform with the world, conform with the way they want me to talk. I'm going to be me, man. That's it. Can't be nobody else. I can just only be me, and I think me being me sometimes people don't take a liking to it. They expect me to want to say, I'm going to knock this person out, I'm going to do this to this person and talk like that, and I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to be me. Whatever fights come about, I'm going to train hard, and I'm gonna do my best.
All right, Pete, I have a couple more questions. I know. I know it's Saturday night. It's. I'm sure you're drained from all the work you've been putting in.
Actually, I will do a 40-minute round right now. So
say it again.
We'll do a 40-minute round after I get up to score at 10 o'clock.
Oh, where do you go down? Down on you run on Collins or what area?
I'm actually just gonna get out my door and just go just around 40 minutes, wherever it takes me.
Do people know you as when people you're on your run? They're like, oh, that's Kid Chocolate, or you just kind of keep it moving? It's nighttime.
Yesterday I was running on the beach and somebody noticed me, but a few times it happened, but I won't say it happens all the time like that.
Yeah, that's because you're known in Brooklyn. You're you talk to people. You're very outgoing, and you're huge.
Oh, the Cubans definitely knew who I was down here though. Went to that fight, they knew exactly who I was, knew my whole story, and that's what shocked me the most.
I think Latin fans, man, Cuban fans, people on the islands, they're about boxing, man. They're all about it. It's that's what especially the Cubans, the Cuban school of boxing. That's the best in the world. I'm sure those guys, they support big time. No joke.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Just say that.
I said I couldn't believe it.
That's pretty. And you've been fighting over 10 years, right? And you got your eyes open to something like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's crazy, and I'm glad it was like that.
That's interesting. Would you ever consider coming down, fighting in Florida? If again, that's the question.
If it was an opportunity, yeah, why not?
Yeah. Now, Danny, you and Danny, you have records are similar. You're 32-0. Danny is similar to that. He is. Let me hold on for a second. Danny's 31-0. You guys, he's
31.
He's got the 1.
Yeah.
Say it again.
He's got one loss, and he does.
And if you saw that, I'm sure you've seen that loss. That was a pretty bad loss versus Parole in 2010.
Yes.
He was pretty. He got exposed pretty badly in that fight, and you never. And what I'm trying to ask, I guess I'm doing it in a roundabout way. Is, obviously people want to see this fight, but is Danny Jacobs on the caliber? I know you don't talk about people, but is he on the caliber of Kid Chocolate?
We'll see on December 5th. That's why this fight is being made. He wants to challenge himself, and I think it's a good challenge to have on your resume.
So it's would you say that you're the A side? Are you the A side to this fight?
He called me out, and he got the belt, so I would consider myself the A side. Okay. I'll leave it at that. That's fair enough. He's at the WBA. He mentioned I don't know if you saw this, but when you knocked out Zarafa, you almost. It was a little scary. He wasn't conscious for a while. I know you were very concerned about that. But he was mentioning on a PBC, and he was sort of talking about. I think they invited him to do some color commentating, and he mentioned that one of the things he saw about you, or he noticed, is that you're a fighter that telegraphs his punches, or that you sort of wind up. Do you think that's true? And if you see any flaws in Mr. Jacobs in his game as well? I don't watch Danny Jacobs enough to care about what he does. We know when we get in that ring, everybody thinks they assume what they see is what they're going to get, but it's always a different scenario once you get in there and you get hit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really looking at him and he does this and he's pointing out my flaws out and I'm pointing his flaws out. I'm not going to make it a back and forth game like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that somebody's taking their chances to look at me, because I am somebody that they should be doing that with, because I'm a dangerous fighter.
Oh, yeah, you have. I'm sorry, go ahead, Pete.
I said I'm very dangerous.
Oh, obviously. No. We know that. You have crazy power in both your hands. Danny himself, he has I mean, are you aware of his power? I mean, he's a guy he's got 27 KOs. Do you think is he someone like an Andy? When you fought Andy Lee, were you more conscious of Andy's power as opposed to
Of course
say?
I was. I was more conscious that he's able to deliver knockouts under being hurt.
And pull out victories when he had his back to the wall.
Would you agree with me?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. A lot of his fights he pulled. He got you on your back 7th round, and the Korobov fight he pulled out. Yeah, he's a tough dude. Do you think Danny had? I mean, the whole story on Danny Jacobs is he's a cancer survivor, but if you put Danny in deep waters and on that stage, do you think he's the type of guy? The Sergio Mora fight, his last fight, it was at that the TKO. He actually ran the guy over, hurt his ankle. Do you think that he'd be able to last in like kind of like a type of adversity in the ring?
I believe everybody has a chance to go through that adversity and become better people, better fighters, better all around. You know what I'm saying? So that's why this fight is being made, is because we want to see how well that can come out.
All right, and last question. Now you're fighting, and thank you for your time, Theo. You're always great. You're fighting the Mecca of boxing, the new Mecca in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And it's like, as a Brooklynite, I'm so excited that it's going down in only a week from today. I think what the whole boxing community is. How many people? He's from Brownsville, Danny, right? So he's born and raised in Brooklyn. I know you're not a genie, you don't have a magic ball, but how much of that crowd is going to be pro Quillin, do you think? Because you have a huge following in Brooklyn, and now you live here, of course. You spent a lot of your adult life here. It's hard to say, I guess. So when you're in that ring, are you going to depend a little bit on sort of, that Quillin contingent?
I'm just going to be me, regardless who's there, because it's a job. And through everything, I just got to stay focused.
All right, man. This is a very relaxed Peter Quillin. You seem very confident, and you're about your business. I respect that, Pete. Listen, and thank you for your time. I appreciate everything, and I hope to see you in a week.
Yes, sir. You'll see me. Thank you for the call.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Hey, fight fans, if you guys haven't already done so, make sure you download the Behind the Gloves app. It's free, and it features really cool stuff like a fight calendar that reminds you of all the upcoming fights, and it allows for you to, with one click, to remind yourself directly to your phone. And it also features 24/7 breaking news that's going on in boxing. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that and subscribe to this channel.